Hi, welcome back or welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at mTuber 2 for Motion VFX. Now, I am not sponsored by Motion VFX. I bought the plugin with my own money. Yes, it is a paid plugin. Link will be in the description below if you want to check it out to yourself. And honestly, it's a brilliant plugin, okay? I'll show you guys the two plugins from here. The two things I'm always using, the more things that I'm using, absolutely in some videos here and there. I'll show you all that stuff, okay? So let's start out with the elephant in the room, okay? I'm using this again because this is actually very easy to show you guys stuff on. The bouncing slime, okay? So yeah, without further ado, let's get into stuff, okay? These are just background images. We're hovering over to do it. Now, I am going to drop this here because I want to show you guys the level of customization. Let's see, that's the background color. We can turn the background off if we want. So this is technically a background thing, but we don't have to do it background. We can turn the background off. We can turn the frame off. We can drag this as much as we want as well. So we can essentially, and we could turn the animation on, off. So literally, we just basically transformed this image all together. And I think it's pretty brilliant that we transformed this image to the level that we did. It's very good, honestly. It's very, very good indeed. We can even change the color of the stuff. We can turn off these elements. Yeah, it's brilliant. And then after you've gotten everything the way you want, you can actually turn these into compound clips themselves and apply them to other stuff in the future. Yeah, like say that's going way too slow for my taste. I could simply, since it's a clip now, I can speed it up 4 times faster. So now it's faster. Okay. And that's brilliant right there, but we're going to get rid of that. We're moving on, okay? Okay, this is in screen territory, okay? I actually use this end screen quite a bit. Like you'd want to put on the end of your video. You can make it as long as you want technically, but 20 seconds is what YouTube allows at the moment. And then this would be for the end animation, drop zone, animation in, animation out. Drop zones are basically images that you put in from Final Cut Pro. For the sake of this being easy, we're just going to put this image here. And then we are just going to take off the drop zone entirely for the avatar. So, no drop zone there, just an end screen here. Actually, let's move this up here, move this over here. So now we have that set and ready to go. Just perfect. And since we put it in the drop zone, technically it does actually move around and stuff. But if we didn't want a drop zone, we could turn it off. We could also just make it a solid color. So in this case, we can make it black and just put it there. Maybe we don't want it to be that big anymore. We would just reset parameter to how it was to begin with. This is the size that it was. We just want to move this. That's fine. That's dandy. We want to move this over here. We don't want subscribe at all. We can turn the button off. We can even turn the bell off if that's what we want to do. Play around with settings. So you'll have a few end screen options there. So, we will hover over to check. That's all cool and dandy. And these are things to highlight certain things. Like, let me show you, for example. We'll put this here. Say we want to highlight this like this right here. We highlight with that. That's fine, dandy. Or we want to point out that certain blade of grass. Okay. Like, oh, go here. This grass right here. Not the other grass. This grass specifically. We can do that. We can change it to that till the end of the video. We can even change the colors of the, stuff. Okay? We want the fill color to be green, the outline color to be a different shade of green. There we go. Kind of blends in with the grass, but we got to choose, and that's what's important, right? We got to make our own choice. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Perfection. Okay, at its finest. I'm going to keep that there for the rest of the video. Why not? And, say we want to show either we like it or we want other people to smash that like button. There we go. There is the symbol in out animation. We can turn off the out animation if we want. So let's go ahead and turn off the out animation. So what will happen is if we put it all the way here, then what will happen is from the get-go, and then it just lasts throughout the whole thing. So that's pretty brilliant. Now, logos are basically like, this is how you can make a cheap and quick logo if you want. But there is more you can do with it than just make a logo. Like, for example, yeah, sure, you can do the whole drop zone thing. But if we turn off the drop zone and remove the background, what we have here is literally just that whole thing. We can get rid of the animation in and the animation out. And we have the dots there, but we are going to turn on the animation on. And there we go with that. Just perfect. There we go with that. But these are the things I care the most about. And sorry, the video seemed to be taking a while because there's a lot to go through. So we will just go through some more of my favorites, okay? Twitter. But this isn't just Twitter. You can replace it with different things like YouTube, Vimeo, Snapchat, Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, or if what's your fancy isn't here, you can replace it with whatever you choose. via a drop zone, okay? Yeah. Whatever you choose, you can replace it with your own logo. You just have to load your image into Final Cut Pro or whatever your editing software is, because this is also available on DaVinci Resolve low key. And then, you just change this to whatever your thing is called. Say you don't want this part. You don't have to have that part at all. And, for the sake of stuff, let's say Twitch. Okay. Actually, no. No, we are going with Twitter. Yeah. There we go, Twitter. And we can make it larger as well. Say we want here. Say we only want it to last this long amount of time, okay? We go here. And then this goes here. We have Twitter, and then it goes away. That's pretty cool. I use that from time to time. But let me show you guys the thing I use all the time, okay? Absolutely. Almost every video, either on this channel or on another channel. And that is this player. You can, of course, increase the time however much you want. But look, watch. This is brilliant. To be honest, this is the reason why I actually bought this plugin. Everything else is just a nice bonus. So you may be like, hey, you can make that yourself. Why would you buy a whole plugin? Technically you can, but I mean, this is super easy. Drag, drop. You literally just drag it over whatever video file, and then it actually does all the work on everything that's below it. And I mean everything that's below it. Like if I had this here, for example, below it, it would do it on that too. See? So it does it to anything that's below it. It's brilliant. And you can change the subscribe, you can change the icon. Say you want it to be a different color. You can absolutely have stuff be a different color. If that's what you wish, then, make it so. Button, we want the button to be green. Go crazy. We want the text color to be black to make the green stand out. Yeah. We want to go to normal mode. Say we don't like dark mode for whatever reason. I'm going to go ahead and close this. There you go. There's normal non-dark mode. I'm going to change it back to dark mode because that's what I'm used to, frankly, for this plugin itself. But yeah, you can change all that stuff. Say you don't like the bell icon to appear. The bell icon doesn't appear anymore. You can turn the particle for the bell icon off as well. I personally like the bell icon. It's pretty cool in my opinion. But yeah, hey, you don't want that animation off thing to appear for some reason. You can just keep it there. I personally keep animation on and off because I like it going back to its normal variant. But, it's up to you. And that's the biggest thing I use all the time. Also, low-key, lately, I've been using this magnifying glass for a good chunk of my videos. It's good for, like teaching videos because you can make the magnifying glass whatever size you need to. You can increase the content inside. So basically, that increases the magnification scale, brightness on and off, basically makes everything else a bit darker, sharpen intensity, you can make it a square box if you really don't like rounded boxes, there you can just do so many different things. You can even turn the shadow on or off if you want there to be you know, shadow. Hit the shadow. We can change the blur amount for the shadow. And there we go. You can just play around with it, have fun. This I use when I want to advertise some of my other channels. And if you want just a simple sub button like at the beginning or something, there you go. Simple, no harm, no foul. And there you go. You want to go faster, just move this here. It will go super quickly. Okay? Yeah, see? It didn't even have time to finish how fast it went. So yeah, that is this plugin. This video has gone on long enough. I didn't even get to go over every little thing. That's so much. I just wanted to show you some of my favorites before we ran out of time. But yeah, with that said, let me know comment section below. Do you think that's the plugin you'd be interested in checking out and possibly buying? Or are you more quote unquote old school and like to edit everything yourself like that to save a couple bucks? Let me know, comment section below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.